Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. The hormones that act mainly on the genetic machinery of the cell are discussed in this video. So the steroid hormone, they increase the synthesis of the protein. The steroid hormone goes to the cytoplasm of the cell through the process of diffusion, and in the cell it binds with the steroid receptor and hormone receptor complex is formed that through diffusion reaches to the nucleus, and then in the nucleus it acts on specific point on the DNA. After the activation of DNA, there is activation of transcription of a specific gene that results in messenger RNA formation, and through diffusion this messenger RNA goes to the cytoplasm, and within the in the endoplasmic reticulum there is the start of the translation that results in the protein formation. So this protein can be an enzyme, it can be a transport protein or any structural protein. For example, the adrenal cortex secrete a steroid hormone that is aldosterone. It diffuses to the renal tubular cells and binds with mineral corticoid receptor. So this mineral corticoid and receptor and the hormone aldosterone, they form a hormone receptor complex that result in diffusion to the nucleus. Then a specific point on the DNA is activated that results in its transcription process, and then messenger RNA that diffuses out to the cytoplasm, uh, endoplasmic reticulum that is present in the cytoplasm, and the translation process starts, and within 45 minutes the protein within 45 minutes there is its effect, that is potassium secretion and sodium reabsorption. So this is in contrast to the rapid action that is exerted by the vasopressin and norepinephrine. This diagram is showing the mechanism of action of lipophilic or fat soluble hormone that act primarily on the genetic machinery of the cell by influencing gene transcription. These hormones include steroid hormone such as cortisol, estrogen, and testosterone, and also thyroid hormone. So, how this process occurs? The hormone enters the cell by the process of diffusion, and these lipophilic hormone, this blue triangle, this lipophilic hormone enters the target cell by passive diffusion across the lipid bilayer due to its solubility. It is fat soluble, so it passively diffuse into the cytoplasm. Then the receptor binding inside the cytoplasm or within the nucleus can occur. Inside the cytoplasm, the hormone binds to a cytoplasmic receptor, or it may diffuse directly into the nucleus and in the nucleus bind to the nuclear receptor. The binding form a hormone receptor complex. Then after the translocation, if the complex is formed in the cytoplasm, it is translocated through the nuclear pore. Inside the nucleus, the complex bind to hormone response element on the specific DNA sequence, and after that the process of transcription is started. There is a interaction that modulate the gene expression. It starts the transcription, and finally the messenger RNA is formed, and this messenger RNA then through the nuclear pore it goes to the endoplasmic reticulum, and in the endoplasmic reticulum messenger RNA will result in the translation process, and this translation process will result in protein formation. So the end result is the presence of the hormone leads to the production of a specific protein which mediate the hormonal biological effect. So this is a genomic mechanism of hormone action where the hormone enters the cell, binds to an intracellular receptor, directly alter the gene expression, lead to protein synthesis and produce the cellular response. So the thyroid hormone, that is also a lipophilic hormone, both the T3 and T4 are the lipophilic hormone. T3 or triiodothyronine or T4 the thyroxine, both are lipophilic, so they diffuse across the cell membrane. They enter the nucleus and bind to thyroid hormone receptor, and this thyroid hormone receptor protein that is located directly on the DNA, often within the chromatin structure. These receptors are transcription factors that regulate gene activity. And once bound to this receptor, thyroid hormone activate gene transcription by influencing promoter region uh, of the specific gene. This triggers the synthesis of over 100 intracellular proteins, which are metabolic enzyme, structural protein, or transport protein. These proteins collectively increase the basal metabolic rate and overall cellular activity throughout the body. A unique feature of the thyroid hormone is their prolonged effect. So once bound to their nuclear receptor, they continue influencing transcription for days or even weeks. This long-lasting gene expression is due to slow turnover of nuclear receptor complexes and sustained intracellular presence of T3 and T4. The physiological impact of this is that it affects all cells in the body that lead to increased oxygen consumption, enhanced mitochondrial activity, accelerated protein, fat and carbohydrate metabolism. So thyroid hormone function like genetic master switches. They bind to specific nuclear receptor and turn on the transcription of genes related to cell metabolism, producing long-lasting and widespread effect in the body. Thank you for watching this video. If you have any query, please write in the comment box.